Hello, my name is Jeff Woods and I'm going to talk to you about OSA, obstructive sleep apnea. I'll try and make you more aware of the problems with it and also the solution to it. I've had OSA, obstructive sleep apnea, for I don't know how long, living memory. Since I was a kid, I'm sure of it. Certainly more consciously and noticeably over the last 30 odd years. I wasn't sleeping well. I never slept really well all night. I always wake up very early in the morning before anyone else in the house was awake. I'd also lie and toss and turn for much of the night, and also I would get up in the night, goodness knows how many times, 6, 7, 8 times to go to the you-know-where. People said to me, this sleep thing, you're not sleeping, it's not natural, you should go and get it sorted out. But of course, being a man and an idiot, I didn't bother for a long time. I couldn't understand why not having sleep was such a big deal. But apparently it's a very big deal, and it's something that everybody should be aware of. If you yourself or your partner don't have a good night's kip on a regular basis and you're really concerned about it, go and see your doctor. I saw my doctor and straight away they organised for me to go and see a specialist, a Mr. Michael Oko, a sleep consultant. Absolutely brilliant. I had a diagnosis, sort of an introductory sort of, surgery with him on a Thursday. He got me into the hospital on the Saturday for a sleep test. They put you full of electrodes and stuff, link you to a computer. You lie in bed to go to sleep, you spend the night there, and that was a bit of a nightmare experience. I hated it, but that's by the same token, because I just thought this is a waste of time. What's this all about, really? Went to see him on the Tuesday, and he said to me, you have obstructive sleep apnea. Now, everybody during the course of the night, everybody wakes up maybe 4 or 5 times and goes back to sleep without even knowing you're doing it. It's not a big deal. It just happens on average to most people 4.5 times a night. 4.5 times, you figure it out, that's the average. But for people with OSA or sleep apnea generally, you're waking up much more regularly than that for so-called attacks. Now look on the internet, look at OSA and see what the average attack rate is. I say attack, that's probably episode is much more appropriate. I'm not medically qualified, sadly, but that's the way it is. So most people have a number of episodes every night, but when it gets to OSA and it starts affecting your life, and it will do. I was one of these guys who would start falling asleep about 7 o'clock at night, felt tired most of the day. I would even have the ability to talk to somebody, and halfway through the sentence, maybe 10 o'clock at night, I would literally not get to the end of the sentence and literally nod off. Considered both rude, annoying, and sometimes amusing, but not very, by the people I was attempting to speak to. So, what was the diagnosis? OSA. What can we do about it? Well, simple. You wear a mask. And it's connected to a machine. The machine is called a CPAP, C-P-A-P. There's mine. And as you can see, these dials run all the time. It's electronic. This little button here, you press to start and stop. And basically, that's it. Sometimes, when you put the mask on, it comes on automatically. What's it do? It just pushes air into a mask. Here's the mask now. I'm going to put it on for you just to show you how straightforward it is. Right, first of all, nose and mouth covered. Next, I hook these side straps to the front of the mask like that. There it is. Is that simple or what? And I simply then breathe into the mask. I press the button if necessary, and I simply then turn over and go to sleep. I'm going to press the button for you now, and what will happen is air will be then pushed in. There we go. Air being pushed into the mask. And what happens is, it doesn't feel bad. I can't hear it too loudly inside. What it does, that keeps your passageways open throughout the night. Your air is at some force, but I cannot feel any discomfort. I can cough, I can yawn, I can even speak to people as I'm doing now. Listen to the air that you're going to realise is getting pumped through. Okay, I'll hook up again. There we go. I'll just turn the machine off. Press the same button again. Off it goes immediately. Now sometimes, if when I get up to go in the night so you know where, I simply unhook the pipe, having turned the machine off, have some respect for the partner's wishes, in my case my wife, then I go to the toilet. Simple as that. Take it off in the morning. How easy is that? Wash the mask most days, and I wash the pipe, but it's also detachable, at least once a week, once every 3 or 4 days. It's just hygiene, isn't it? So, Why do I wear it? Well, it gives me sleep. The first night I ever wore it, for the first time in my life, and this is a man who was diagnosed as having about half an hour's sleep per night. So little, in fact, that Mr. Oko said you might as well stay up watching television all night as go to bed, as you have been doing. And it's very dangerous. Basically, what it can do lead to heart problems, strokes, heart attacks, diabetes, you name it, you can get it. Luckily, none of them. But what it will do, by the simple process of wearing this simple little mask, it will prolong your life. It will save your problem, and you will sleep. The first night I put it on, I rolled onto my left side, I slept for 6.5 hours solidly, didn't move, nothing like that, slept there. I got up, went where I needed to go, came back and slept for another 2 hours. Now I average 6 or 7 hours every night. I don't go to the toilet 8 times a night. I sometimes might have to go once, and I come back and go to sleep. It's absolutely marvellous. I think it's a miracle. I think Mr. Michael Oko has saved my life. But apparently some people have been diagnosed with OSA and won't wear the mask. It hurts. It doesn't look very nice. Well, sadly, that's just the way it is. Don't be so soft. Doesn't look nice, you're in the dark. It hurts, you'll get used to it. You do. It's a bit uncomfortable at the very beginning, but you get used to it incredibly quickly. The air coming in, you might feel a bit suffocated for seconds. Just breathe into it. It's fine. Persevere, because not only are you prolonging your use of the machine, you're prolonging your life. It couldn't be plainer than that. Don't be daft. Wear your mask. That's what I would say. So there we are. And there are other side effects, of course. I couldn't sing a note before I started wearing the CPAP machine, using the machine. But now, of course, I've got this incredible sound. I don't know where it came from. This is a lie, by the way, but any excuse. Here we go. Don't be daft. Wear your mask. See? If I can do it, you can do it. That's a lie, the bit about the singing. I could sing a little bit before, but I could now sleep. That's the most important thing. And hopefully, fingers crossed, live a little bit longer. All the best. Bye-bye.